I always believed marriage was built on trust. For years, I thought I had the perfect life, a caring husband, a supportive best friend, and a home filled with laughter. But life has a cruel way of showing you that sometimes the people you love most are the ones sharpening knives behind your back. It started with little things. My husband, Daniel, was coming home later than usual. He'd claim he had late meetings, yet he'd walk through the door freshly showered, smelling faintly of perfume that wasn't mine. At first, I convinced myself I was imagining things. Marriage makes you want to believe. Love makes you blind. But the blindness began to fade one afternoon when I accidentally overheard a phone call. Daniel's voice was hushed, nervous. He said, "I can't wait to see you tonight, don't worry, she won't find out." My heart froze. The worst part? The voice on the other end wasn't just anyone. It was familiar. Too familiar. It was Emily, my best friend since childhood. I wanted to scream, confront him right then, but I didn't. Instead, I swallowed the pain and smiled when he entered the room. He kissed my forehead like nothing had happened, while my insides burned. That night, I texted Emily, "Hey, let's meet up tomorrow. I miss our talks." She replied quickly, "Of course, I'd love that." When we met, she looked nervous, like she was hiding something. I tested her. "So, are you seeing anyone these days?" She laughed, eyes shifting away. "Oh, no one special." A lie. A knife. That was the moment I decided. If they thought they could betray me and walk away happy, they were dead wrong. I wasn't going to cry in silence. I was going to destroy them. Over the next few weeks, I pretended everything was fine. I even encouraged Daniel to work late, while I secretly tracked his movements. Every time he went out, he was with Emily. Dinner dates, hotel visits, stolen moments in parking lots. I gathered photos, receipts, recordings. Evidence of every dirty betrayal. But I didn't stop there. I wanted their humiliation to be public, unforgettable. So I planned something bigger. Our wedding anniversary was coming up. Daniel suggested we host a small party at our house, invite family and close friends. It was perfect. The perfect stage for his downfall. I smiled sweetly and said, "That sounds wonderful." Inside, I was already setting the trap. The day of the party arrived. I dressed elegantly, the perfect image of a loving wife. Guests filled the room. Family, friends, even Emily came, pretending to be the supportive best friend. She hugged me, whispered happy anniversary, and I nearly laughed in her face. As the night went on, I clinked my glass to get everyone's attention. "I want to thank you all for being here to celebrate our love. Tonight, I'd like to share a little surprise, a memory reel I've been working on, of Daniel and me through the years." The guests clapped, smiling warmly. The screen flickered to life. At first, it showed sweet photos of us, our wedding, vacations, birthdays. People cooed and cheered. Then the reel changed. There was Daniel, holding Emily's hand. Daniel, kissing her outside a hotel. Daniel whispering, "I love you," into her ear. Photo after photo, video after video, undeniable proof. The room fell silent. Gasps echoed. Emily's face drained of color. Daniel's jaw dropped. And then, I delivered the final blow. "Everyone meet the real Daniel. My husband. And my best friend, Emily. Together, they've been celebrating their own love story, behind my back." The guests erupted in shock. My parents shouted. Emily's family cursed at her. Daniel stuttered, trying to explain, but his words drowned in the chaos. I stood there, calm, sipping my wine, watching them drown in their own shame. That night was only the beginning. The next morning, I served Daniel with divorce papers. He begged, cried, even fell to his knees. Please, it was a mistake. Don't do this. I looked him dead in the eyes. You weren't a mistake, Daniel. Loving you was. And now you'll pay for every lie you told. As for Emily, I cut her from my life entirely. But the damage to her reputation was permanent. Friends turned away, family disowned her. She had no one left. And Daniel? He lost everything. His job, his respect, his marriage. His own parents refused to speak to him after seeing what he did. Months later, I heard he was living alone in a cheap apartment, drinking himself to sleep. Emily moved away, trying to escape the humiliation. And me? I was free, stronger than ever. I built a new life, one where betrayal couldn't touch me. Sometimes people ask if I regret it, exposing them so brutally. I smile and say, no, I don't regret it. They betrayed the wrong woman. My revenge wasn't just payback. It was justice. The morning after the anniversary party, the air in my house felt different, lighter, as if the weight of years of lies had finally lifted off my shoulders. Daniel sat at the edge of our bed, head in his hands, mumbling, "You ruined me." I laughed. No, Daniel. You ruined yourself. I just turned the lights on so everyone else could see. His face crumbled. He tried to grab my hand. Please don't leave me. We can fix this. I'll cut Emily off. I'll do anything. I pulled my hand away as if his touch burned me. You already cut me off when you chose her. The only thing left to fix is my freedom. That same morning, I handed him divorce papers. Watching him read those pages felt like justice dripping in slow motion. He tore through them, begging, his voice breaking. Don't do this, please. I'll lose everything. I smiled coldly. Good. That's exactly the point. I walked out of that room without looking back. It was the first step of many. Emily tried to call me. Over and over. The screen lit up with her name, and I ignored it. Then came the texts. Please, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. Don't do this to me. Do this to her? As if she hadn't already destroyed everything. Finally, I answered one call. My voice was icy calm. You betrayed me, Emily. My husband, my best friend. Both gone. You deserve every ounce of pain coming your way. She sobbed. You don't understand. I love him. I laughed. You love him? Then keep him. Keep his lies, his debt, his downfall. You wanted what I had. Now choke on it. And I hung up. The fallout spread like wildfire. Word traveled fast in our community. At the grocery store, whispers followed them. At family gatherings, Emily wasn't welcome. Daniel's own parents refused to answer his calls after they saw the proof I displayed. I wasn't done yet. I leaked the evidence to Daniel's boss. Those photos of him sneaking out of hotels during work hours. Within a week, he was fired. His once proud career crumbled. The man who thought he could balance two worlds now had nothing to stand on. Emily, too, paid her price. She worked at a small firm where reputation meant everything. When her co-workers discovered she was sleeping with her best friend's husband, she became an outcast. Within months, she resigned. But my revenge wasn't about just ruining them. It was about reclaiming myself. I redecorated the house, removing every trace of him. I sold his car, emptied the joint accounts, legally mine now, since I had filed with evidence of infidelity. The law was on my side. When Daniel showed up at my door weeks later, disheveled, smelling of alcohol, begging to come inside, I simply looked at him through the glass. You made your bed, Daniel. Now lie in it. Preferably with Emily, if she'll still have you. And I closed the door on his face. Months passed. My life blossomed. I started traveling, meeting new people, rebuilding dreams I had buried during my marriage. For the first time, I wasn't someone's wife or someone's best friend. I was just me. But Daniel and Emily? Their so-called love story collapsed quickly. Without the thrill of secrecy, all they had left was guilt and misery. They fought constantly, blaming each other for the destruction. Eventually, Emily left town, unable to face the humiliation. Daniel spiraled deeper, drinking, losing money, living alone in a dingy apartment. The man who once strutted with pride now shuffled like a ghost of himself. One evening, I ran into him by accident at a coffee shop. He looked thin, unshaven, and broken. When his eyes met mine, shame flooded his face. "Can we talk?" he whispered. I sipped my coffee calmly. "About what?" "You said enough with your actions." He swallowed hard. "I lost everything. I need you to know I'm sorry." I studied him for a long moment. This was the man who had betrayed me so cruelly, and now he sat like a beggar, stripped of pride. "You're sorry?" I finally said. "Good. Live with that. Because forgiveness is one thing I'll never give you." And I walked out, leaving him behind again. My revenge wasn't just exposing them. It was ensuring they understood what they lost, and making sure they never had the power to hurt me again. Daniel thought he was clever, sneaking around with my best friend. Emily thought she had stolen my life. But in the end, I took theirs apart piece by piece, while I built mine stronger than ever. Now when I look in the mirror, I don't see a broken woman. I see a survivor, a fighter. And when people ask me what happened, I smile and tell them, he cheated with my best friend. They thought they won. But I made sure they'll never forget the day they betrayed the wrong woman.